فخامة الرئيسة، لطالما ركزت على القيم الأساسية من التعدد الثقافي ومفهوم الجدارة والأمانة تحديدا، والتي تقولين إنها كانت أساسية لنجاح سنغافورة المستمر، لو تشرحي لنا ذلك.
Stewardship in a country is really very important. It is all about good governance, effective leadership, management, effective management of resources of the country. We have very limited resources, but we've been fortunate in the sense that through good leadership, good governance, we've been able to develop our reserve situation. As you know, we have a pretty good reserve situation, and that came in very handy. And a very good example of stewardship, it came in very handy during the period of COVID-19, when we had to roll out a lot of programs to help companies, to support workers, so that they don't lose their jobs, and when they lose their livelihoods, that impact on their family. And so we were able to use our reserves to take care of our needs, because we've had very good stewardship of the country, good stewardship of our resources and our reserves. And because of that, we are, now that we're almost out of COVID, we don't have to worry about debts, because debts burden the future generations, and they have to end up paying for those debts. So certainly, you know, good stewardship, good governance, good leadership, political leadership is very important. On multiculturalism, I think that's really critical for us, because that's the basis for the formation of Singapore. We were formed with multiculturalism, multiracialism, multi-religious society. At the time we were formed in 1965, that was the basis of our country's formation. And you know, and I think we see that as a strength. When we accepted that at the formation of a country during our independence, we see that as our strength. In fact, I do think that multiracial, multi-religious society are resilient, because we're so used on a daily basis from young to able to negotiate, to navigate, you know, the different kinds of diversity that we have. So we are very, you know, resilient society compared to a much more homogeneous society. And so, but of course, like in all things, we are also affected by what happens globally. Sure. And globally, you know, there's a lot of pressures on multiculturalism, multiracialism, and that is because of polarization of people. People have withdrawn into their own identities. The identities could be based on race, religion, political groupings, or whatever. But people have withdrawn, receded, because they feel insecure. Globalization, part of it is also, it breeds insecurity sometimes. And of course, COVID-19 brings that to the fore. People feel even more insecure, and therefore they've dependent on their group identities a lot more. So we've got to watch for that as well. But in Singapore, I think the good thing is that we do have systems, structures, policies, which we constantly review in order to support multiracialism and our belief in a diverse society.